Hello, Shao. How are you?
Hello.
Hear me? I'm audible. Okay, let's wait a few minutes and see if more participants would join. And then we'll start. But I can still hear you, Shao, if you're speaking.
Would you like me to mute it?
Right, okay. I can hear you now.
Brilliant.
Let's just. Got this. So I think, let me stop sharing. I think we will do today's session in a bit different format. I think what we will start with today is a bit of the industry updates, what's happening around the AI space, which is really, really, I guess, important for every one of us to know. And then probably we'll just spend some 20, 25 minutes there talking about all the new things that's coming up. Not all the new things, of course, it's not possible to keep track of all the new things happening, but things that we are interested in that I am more sort of focused on from a technical point of view. And
Mm.
then we'll take it to the Knotie-AI, what were the updates, what are the plans that we have made so far, some updates on the people who have joined us, and the road ahead, of course. So let me share my screen and let's start with few of the updates first. But let's see if there is joining in or not. I don't know why it says to me login with the vidIQ thing. Okay, cool. Let's share my screen. I think one of the first thing, and I won't take much time in this section because this has already been discussed probably in a lot of the other YouTube channels, news articles,
Mm.
um, a lot of these, what do you say, this newsletters and everything. So I'm just gonna quickly touch base the new stuff and how it is going to impact us and what are our plan with all these new things that is coming up. I think one
Mm-hmm.
of the first thing is the introduction of Gemini 2.5 that has been really caused a bit of hype over the last week. I myself also have tested the models. It was really good. Like if I compare with it with Gemini 2.0, it was really good in terms of reasoning. The benchmark also says for it.
Mm.
However, there is two challenges that we see for now. Is it's heavily rate limited. I think some 5 RPM or something that they have done through the AI Studio. So that means it cannot be used in any of our either for our coding or as well as for our products plan basically at the moment. Although we don't have anything to use the thinking models for our product plan in the recent terms, but we just keeping track of it basically. However, having said that, there are some providers I have seen who are giving a bit more RPMs. Like if you do not use the Google's own AI Studio, you would still get a lot better RPM. But again, not usable, nothing that we can use for. I think my main focus to look at this Gemini 2.5 model was to use for our coding practices, our PR agents and support agent that we are creating as part of the Knotie-AI product, as well as our client work that we do. So the
Cool.
idea was to create different support agent with a thinking model so that it can actually cater to user queries much better. But yeah, because of the rate limit, I guess we just have to wait a bit more before we integrate that in our workflow.
Yeah.
The other good news was I think Windsurf and Cursor both have enabled Gemini 2.5. I was just seeing this morning that it has also
Yeah.
came in my account. That's a good news, but it, to be frank, it still could not beat Cloud A 3.7 when it comes to complex coding, because when you do production level coding, complex coding with logging, security, and all these bits, I think it is nowhere so close yet. But the good thing about this model is it is having a 1 million context window. That means there is higher chance to accommodate larger set of codings, and we'll see how this will improve in coming days. Let's see if there is any question or anything there. Oh, anything's there. That's good. Second, very quickly, I think this has, I think, taken the internet last few days. Everywhere
Yes.
I see, like in Twitter, everywhere people are creating crazy images and everything, which is the 4.0 image generation that they have introduced. OpenAI have introduced, really crazy. I think finally my video thumbnail is going to be improved much because I have been using my static image for a long time and just could not get time to focus on either shoot myself with different faces as you see in different channels, or create some kind of crazy images. But I think now we can create it in different flavor with ChatGPT itself. You're saying something, Zhao?
No, no, I'm just listening to your analysis.
Yeah. So yeah, I think this is going to be helpful for me really to improve the thumbnails. Maybe that will help in improve the click rate and everything through the videos. But yeah, something I'm really looking forward to use. I think it's very slow at the moment. I'm sure they are gonna fix it soon, and then we're gonna use it much more.
Yes.
Mm.
And Avid, so I've experienced that GPT 4.0 has been slow as
Yeah.
a whole. Is that something you've experienced? And do you think that would, how do we mitigate that in terms of our voice?
So yeah, I think GPT-4o has been slow because of, again, for the 4o image generation. Plus, there was another announcement I was seeing there. I think there is an OpenAI release note or something. Uh,
Hmm.
I think this is the one. So if you go, I'll attach this link into the video description as well. So if you go through this link, you can actually literally see every time they are updating anything. So they keep track of this one. I think this is what I like, and we will probably do the same way to keep the history of what we are adding as a features in our
Yeah.
AI app as well. This is really good. Have the screenshots and everything. I really like it, and with the dates and everything. And what I saw that GPT-4o, they are making more enhancement for coding abilities, especially, and they have rate limited it. That's why, because of this image generation and everything, people are
Yes.
using it very high use. So they have rate limited it, and again, I think in coming times they will probably unlock it. But for us, we don't have to worry about it because we do not use OpenAI directly, even if we use in our voice product or for our clients or for our own agency clients, because we also use like fallback providers like Open Router or someone else. We also have sometime if there are client requirements, we also set up proxy, basically like a light
Hmm.
alert and everything, so that we can go to different providers, basically, not just rely on OpenAI directly. So hopefully they will have, like when we talk about Open Router or these players, they are more enterprise players. So I'm sure they will not have rate limit set with OpenAI because they are enterprise partners of OpenAI, hopefully. So I
Yeah.
haven't seen that performance to be that slow, but yeah, ChatGPT as overall was a bit slow. I agree.
Excellent. Thank you.
Yeah, then again, DeepSeek have came up with another model. Again, that's a good thing, but not really relevant to our work because we are not using DeepSeek for any of our serious or production work as of now. But who knows what is in the future, especially with now Groq started hosting DeepSeek as well, which is a
Yes.
really interesting news. Maybe we need to explore DeepSeek as well in our workflow in the coming days. So that's really being the new model updates section in terms of general AI text models or visual model
Hmm.
updates. Of course, there are
Yeah.
many other model came up which we cannot cover in 1 hour session. We have a lot more things to cover, but these are the, I think,
Well,
main important ones that I really wanted to cover. Now, from the voice AI point of view, there are also exciting news that is coming up. One is it's a bit old news that Cartesia is one of the provider that we use.
yeah.
Really good voice output and really cheap if you compare with 11 Labs. That's like $49. And again, I'm not being sponsored by them, so it's just my own opinion. There, that's really good price, $49 with 1.25 million credits, and
Mm.
that's what I use as well in my agency mostly. This is really good. I've been using it for different projects. And with Sonic 2, I guess they have released something called Sonic 2. And Sonic 2 is now with VAPI as well. That is of
Hmm.
interest because
Yeah.
that really means that in our Knotie-AI product, in all the VAPI agents that would all the VAPI agents that we would onboard, we could potentially inform partners of this kind of releases so that they can improve, they can offer their customers of these models
Mm.
as we continue to test these models. So that could be one of our sort of propositions to our partners, sort of create a newsletter and share all these new updates, because this is all now available through VAPI. And this is really, as they say, it's ultra realistic, but it doesn't have a lot of language support. I think 15 language support it has, but again, with my test, it was really good, and latency was also good, not that bad really.
Excellent.
Yeah. And then the final bit I really wanted to cover, apart from Cartesia, is Groq, of course,
Hmm.
because now Groq have came up with their own TTS and honestity model. So
Hmm.
Groq itself was very fast in terms of inferencing. I have used it in many projects, and they host like this, like the open source models, which is a nice bit, and the price is really low for the AI models. And now they have come up with text to speech ASR, and as well as like ASR means like STT, and also vision models. So this is really interesting. The reason is because just I think 2 days back, LiveKit have came up with an example on how to use Groq with just one API. So that means we have less integration to think of in our voice AI agents, less area where our voice AI agent can break. Like if you can imagine a voice pipeline where you have a
Yeah.
separate TTS provider, separate STT provider, and separate AI provider,
Yes. Yes.
separate processing layer, there is a lot more breaking points. I think having one provider giving us everything is really good in its own way. It's just we need to test it. I think this week I'm going to bring a new video maybe on this integration, the Groq with LiveKit. I have tested it personally in my laptop. It was really good. I just need to create a demo like business use case. And in the future, in Knotie-AI, we can actually offer this as part of or as part of Sonti that we discussed that we'll release in coming days. We can offer this voice AI product as well to our partners at cheaper price because this is really cheap. It's not
Mm.
expensive. And again, their pricing is in par with Cartesia, but I haven't tested yet how good the output is. So we need to test that.
Mhm.
But yeah, this is also something that just came up. Let's see if there's any question came up.
And so when I've been talking to fellow AI voice builders, so that they are, whether they're using VAPI or Retell, their pricing has been around the 12 cents a minute
Yeah,
mark.
yeah, I know.
What would you say? Is that good? Is that bad? Is that high or low?
So I was having literally the same discussion with one of the other client that reached out last week,
Hmm.
and they are using something called something very specialized for this industry. What is it called? The logistics industry.
Okay.
There is a um, uh, is this dream something? Not dream. I don't know whatever it was, but they have been charged for 16 cents per minute.
Okay.
So they are like, how can we improve this? And to that, my answer was, if you are a really good business, and if your existing setup works really well, you can think of switching it, but do it very, very carefully. Like
Hmm.
create a new system, apply it to your 10% of whatever voice AI system that you're having, and then if that 10% is good, then slowly replace that. We
Hmm.
can reduce it down up to 8 cents, 9 cents easily, even with analysis on top of it.
Hmm.
Yeah, but again, as I said, if something is working, and if you're a good business, really large business, have a really large customer base, you really have a good trust base, just because the cost is low with some other provider doesn't mean it would work best for you. So something
Of
is
course.
working best, that means maybe do it slowly, test other system and do it slowly. That's what I recommended to them as well. And I would say if someone is spending 12 cents, it's not too bad, right? Because I feel like if especially they are doing the analysis as well, which is what
Mm.
we would offer as part of Knotie-AI. We'll talk
Yes.
about that, right?
Yes.
So if they are doing good analysis, which is not the case with Retell AI, as we have seen, um, uh,
Yeah.
then I think 12 cents makes sense, because you are not just doing the voice communication. You'd also have to think about the analysis after that, and show a proper dashboard with a proper benchmarks and everything else. That adds up a bit of cost. So yeah, in
Yes.
long story short, I think 12 cents is not bad if the analysis is good, or is covered. If they are spending only 12 cents for just the voice product, I think that is a bit high, not too high, and
Yeah.
you can definitely reduce it down.
And a question that's very closely related to this is latency. So um again, people that I've been speaking to, they're getting, 1,500 milliseconds to 1,700 milliseconds when they're connecting with Twilio or Telnex. What do you think would be a good latency to have, or what would be a desired latency?
Desired is always sub 800,
Mm,
but as I said, it's challenging when you add more um, layer to it. As you said, like there's Twilio on top of it. Like sub 800 um, is for the voice product, and then you have the Twilio, which will add another 40-50 milliseconds.
yes.
And then if you add more system dependency into it, like function calling, more like let's say memory, or let's
Mm,
say
mm,
you
yeah.
like add more knowledge base, then you add more latency on top of that, because those providers latency will also come into play. So that is why we need to know and see firsthand, as part of Knotie-AI, is the industry standard, the benchmark. If we can set the benchmark, we can definitely create better product, and that's what we will
Yeah.
our approaches, of course, we'll try to achieve. But yeah, again, our target is sub 800 always. Sub 800 is almost near to how human respond, because even when human responds, they like to do the thinking.
Yeah.
So it's good if you can add some back channeling. So you know what,
Mhm.
like even if it is, even if the AI is thinking, it should just say, okay, let me think, like that, like a normal human talk back channeling
Yeah.
messages while it does the thinking. If we can do that, I guess doesn't matter really, if even if it is taking like 1500 to come up with an answer. But yeah, interesting days coming ahead. so
Yes, of course.
so yeah, that's been there. Two more really interesting project that came to my notice is this one Kolpali, and the other one is Mem Zero. These two projects, I would probably also create more videos in the channel. So when I was creating the Knotie-AI product, even you have that in the thing. If we just log in quickly, uh, just take a minute. So if you go to this knowledge base and if you create the knowledge here, it is not ready yet. But when I created first time this feature, this was going through a really large, I would say not large, really comprehensive document processing pipeline. So it
Mhm.
used to go through a pipeline where any document that is uploaded here, if that document, it first of all, it supports not just PDF, it supports PPT, docx, and all these bits, like, and link and everything else. Okay. And then the pipeline will fetch the type of the document. Based on that, it will use different parser. It will fetch the document images and any information, tables and everything. If it has, it will fetch all those things. For example, our idea was when we would launch an voice AI agent, a business owner who is, let's say, running a very corner coffee shop, and if he wants to use a system like this, he don't need to know about vector database and all this bit, right? All he should do is just go take a snap of his menu card and just upload it
Yes,
as a space. That's it.
absolutely.
And
Yeah,
our system should be sufficient enough to understand it, vectorize it, and use it.
of
So
course.
that's why we used a really complex pipeline, which would understand image, which would understand table, which would understand everything. It creates a multi-vector embeddings. It saves it into the vector database, and we should be able to use it. Now, that process itself was taking almost, even for one document, it was taking almost 30 seconds to process.
Hmm.
And it was adding cost as well. Then when I checked this project, this is an open source project, which is called Kolpali. It just came up in Hugging Space, I guess, few days back, or few weeks back, rather. And I was just going through it. I'm so impressed that they have now came up with a model that has a vision retrieval capability. So that means I don't need to have the process, like the long pipeline. All I have to do is just put it into the model, and the model will come up. Model can see through images, come up with multi-vector like embeddings, and we just can straight away save it. So that will make it much faster, much cheaper. And I think even if you go with retail and VAPI today, and if you start to add knowledge base after certain knowledge base, if you add, they would start charge you for embeddings. Okay, so I
Yeah.
think we can also, again, having said that, we need to still test it. This is all looks shiny on the outside, but
Yes, of course.
you know what happens in this world, you cannot trust anything, so you have to go back and test it. And the other project that really caught my eye is also Mem0. Again, it's an open source project. I'm not promoting them or anything, but when I was creating the voice agent, or when I create voice agent for my clients, one of the main challenge, or one of the main ask that they have is the agent should have a memory, in its own memory. For example, if I, as a user, I have called customer service desk before, it should know who I am, and it should immediately fetch it from the memory and say, oh, last time you were asking about this thing or this issue, has it resolved?
Mm. Mm.
That makes it much more like human like interface, right? So uh, and if you add memory, like especially long-term memory, that makes the agent use cases much more, I would say, powerful. And this is where I have been doing everything on hand with my own code, extracting insight from it, and then adding it into memory database and everything in
Mhm.
our agent, especially for our clients. But I was just checking this project yesterday, and it feels like it is doing everything by itself. So we can literally just, it will be hands free for us. That means from our agent, we just call mem0, and rest of the thing will be taken care by mem0. And we can
Mhm.
query mem0 with semantic search, and it can also come up with the answer. So I don't have to necessarily have a vector store managed or something. But again, new project, need to test how it is doing, how it is performing. But yes, again, some really exciting stuff that's coming up.
Really good.
Yeah, so I think this is all sort of I wanted to cover from a news and latest stuff that we are looking into point of view. Let me just see if there are any questions before we jump to the our product.
Of
Yeah,
course.
I think yeah, I think is which is better, VAPI or LiveKit? Oh, I think VAPI is a ready-made solution. LiveKit is WebRTC, so you have to create your own agent, manage it. But the best thing about having that setup is you have the control in yourself. You are not bound by VAPI's limitations. So you can have your own thing. And very soon in the Knotie-AI product, we will have a section where you can add your own agents and able to track it with webhooks. So that means even if you're not creating an AI agent in VAPI or Retell, you would still be able to use our dashboard and add custom markup pricing and everything. I'll talk about that in a while. And he's saying, I'm using RAG, I'm getting latency of 10 seconds. Yep, that's that is true. Although 10 second is a bit too high, but uh, I would say use some kind of better chunking strategy, maybe hybrid chunking strategy or something. Maybe we'll see better improvement on that one. And yeah, let me know if you want me to cover this project that I have shown you, and then I'll come up with what is the latency and everything. Alfredo says hi from Mexico City. Yeah, very exciting, Alfredo. Uh, I think we are working on. We will be also launching in very soon, hopefully, some voice AI product with different language like Spanish, Arabic, and something. So stay tuned, and if possible, join the Knotie-AI, because everything will be integrated with the Knotie-AI. Whatever product we launch in future, Knotie-AI will become the central piece of our board basically. And I would let Shao maybe add some bits here from the marketing and stuff point of view. What are we planning for the Knotie-AI before I go ahead and show the
Yeah.
update we have
So
made?
so obviously my responsibility is the sales and marketing. And so the first piece of news is that we'll be launching white labeled voice AI videos.
So yes,
So what that means is we will be giving all of our members, our community, access to white label videos on why your customers should be using AI voice. What are the benefits? What are the advantages? So we've created a whole set of videos, and if you are part of the Knotti community, you can download them. When you download them, we'll if you give us your logo, the videos will have your logo on.
yes,
So because we know that for a lot of AI voice builders, you guys are very good technically. You guys love engaging with customers, but the marketing, creating videos, creating images, that's always a headache. And what we want to do is we want to take away uh, that pain. So we will be providing the videos. So for any members who are thinking about joining Knotti, now's the best time because we've got a lifetime deal, which means that if you join us now, you'll have access to all the videos that we've created at the moment. There's about 20 videos, and you'll also have access to future videos. And you just pay a one-time fee, and you don't have to pay any more. Of course, the later that you join, then of course we can't afford to do the lifetime deals forever. This is only for our very initial supporters. We're saying our way of saying thank you. So we're providing this lifetime deal. Going forwards, then there will be a monthly fee. So you'll be paying a monthly fee to be part of the Knotti community. You'll have all of the technology as well as our marketing support. But at the moment, you just pay a one-time fee, and then you've got all the marketing materials that you ever need for to promote your AI voice. So
Yeah.
what I would say is, please join now, and you'll start to get access to it.
Yeah, yeah. Thanks, Shao. I think when you said about white level, I think we have some update, right? That's what I was really excited to show. This was not available last week, and I think based on the growth partners' request, we have made that. So basically, earlier our customer portal also had Knotie-AI Pro logo and everything. So now, if you log in your partner portal, which is your agency portal, and let's say you have onboarded a customer and you have onboarded agents and everything, and you have the customer portal, right? That's what we have said in
Mm,
our initial video about how to
yes.
provide the customer portal. Now we have added a section here which is called brand settings. So that means now, as an agency owner, you can update your logo. Again, if you have not updated it, you can upload it. You can say um, your portal title. So you can just say the best voice AI agents, or something like that, and powered by cutting edge AI tech, something like that. And you can select the brand color and
Hmm.
everything else. Let's say that's your primary color, that's your secondary color. You can select the font family and then just save it. Now, as soon as you save it, you can the same URL, the customer portal URL. Now, if you go there, so I'm just gonna create this. That will have the completely rebranded. So there is no Knotie-AI Pro, nothing, right? So this is your customer portal, your color
Yeah,
brands, the text, your business name, your logo, and everything else,
fantastic.
right? So this is just we have shipped today. Not just that, this is the landing portal. If you log in, like if your customer login, let's say this is the customer. So if they log in, they won't see anywhere Knotie-AI Pro in the entire portal. So this color code
Mm,
will change. This logo has changed. Everywhere you'll go, they will only see your logo as an agency logo and your brand text and everything else. And we will make much more improvements. At the moment, this is a very basic improvements we have done. We are working on the advanced AI usage. This is the basic one. So by next few days, you will get not just these things, you will get much more analytics. We have already discussed about the product propositions. We want to give the best AI analysis of transcription possible. Again, we checked in Retell AI, their AI analysis is not up to the mark. VAPI is same. They don't even provide, I think, a good analysis at the end of the call.
no.
So we want to give like analysis like whether the AI agent that you have offered to your customer has that booked an appointment, what is the percentage of success or failure, or what is the pickup rate, what is the drop rate, why customer have dropped, and
Mm.
all of these details they will be able to see in the advanced dashboard that we are making. And this is again adding a lot of cost to us. We cannot, as I think as Shao said, we cannot afford that for with a fixed one-time fee for long, because for creating this analysis we have to again call different AI models and then process it. So every AI model that we call, that adds cost to us. And for the initial member, you are getting lifetime access. There is absolutely, we won't charge you for that, right? For the analytics. But I think 3 weeks from now, once we have the dashboard, the analytics, and the white level complete. Again, white leveling feature is not complete, as I said, because still at the moment it's using Knotie-AI Pro domain. That will change. So we will allow you to add your own domain. So that means this customer portal will be in your own domain or subdomain of ours. All these are coming. One of the things that we have added, for example, this one, right? This is an example of the advanced analytics. So this is call time distribution. This will tell your customer at what point in the day they are getting most calls, or being picked up by their AI agents. So in a way, they know that, okay, from 5 to 9 we are getting most time of calls, and they can have conversation with you as partner, and they can say, you know what, maybe increase some resources or something like in your
Mm.
things, so that we can have more concurrent request in this time. We support more concurrent requests this time than the other time. Things like that, right? So this, we are trying to add this kind of analytics, more analytics there in the dashboard, and this is all coming soon. I think by next week we'll have the first version of the advanced analytics ready, and I think at the next week after, we should have the completely rebranded customer portal. But we have done the rebranding as we have promised, I guess, to last week, that we are going to bring in more and more features. Especially if you go to the feature-based app, you will see that there are bunch of features that is being raised every day, and then we are working on it,
Yeah.
and we are trying to close it as soon as possible.
And for our
Yeah,
members, we very much welcome new feature requests, and we will review all of them,
yeah,
and we will be able to process them in due course.
yes,
So this is a community built for AI engineers. So we very much welcome any feedback and any ideas for new features and products.
yeah, yeah,
And also just touching on the advanced analysis, that is so important. And so if I give you an example, I've got a partner who is currently making 1,000 calls a day, and uh, he's using retail, and he faces a big challenge because he doesn't trust the analysis on retail. So therefore, he has to listen to every single transcription just to make sure that the he's not missing an opportunity. So with our advanced analysis, then it will save him so much time because he doesn't have to listen to the people who are even with retail, even if the voice bot when they call and they only reach an answer machine, sometimes retail thinks that's a positive intent,
yeah,
and so that's wasting a lot of time. And that's definitely something with us, we our superior analysis will just help to filter out the calls which are not useful and just give you the really useful call analysis.
yeah, yeah. That's right. Yeah, cool. I think there have been a few more questions. I think Solo Coder have asked, when can I have small conversation? Yeah, sure. I think we just reach me out through the support email address, support at not together, and like we can have a quick catch up. Alfredo says I'm first on the 20 wait list. Yeah, yeah, sure, Alfredo. I think we have released one discount code last week, but that was only for the people who have helped me build this product initially. We haven't yet released any invite or discount code yet for the waitlisted members, because we really want to build something that is straight away usable, right? Before we even ask any money from you, we really want to make sure that when you buy the product, you immediately have immediately can use it. Like, you don't have to wait for some features to arrive. So at least the basic features should be there. I think this week we will probably start sending the invites with the discount code to the members.
Yeah.
And of course, the initial discount code that we have launched, it's already sold out. So I think we have already got everyone. I'll just have a quick look, but last I checked, there was only one left, but I guess that is also gone now.
Yes.
So yeah, I guess we will start sending out invites soon. We are integrating to our CRM platform. So at the moment, the app is still not connected to the CRM, which is what Shao is working on, so that we can
Yes.
start sending out the marketing materials and invites.
Absolutely, and so when it's launched, you'll get the advanced analytics, you'll get white label videos, and if you need a website to talk to your customers, we've even got templates for websites. So
Yeah.
therefore, it's almost like a business in a box. You get your website to attract people in. You've got videos and social media messages which you can use, and then of course you've got our dashboard. So all you need to do is to do the selling, and then everything else, the back end, we we will already have that covered for you.
Yep. Yeah, I think he said it. Okay, great. Yeah, that's all pretty much. Any other question, please reach out. I think not a lot of people have asked any question, but I guess you can always reach out through comments. This video will be there in the YouTube for you to check out later on as well, and come up with any questions. I'd love to answer back. And I guess Shao will reach out soon through our CRM and send out
Absolutely.
invites.
Brilliant. Well,
Brilliant.
have a good weekend, everyone. We'll
Yep.
catch up next week.
We'll